Good evening, everyone. Yes, it's 6 o'clock. That means we've got a brand new One Day special. But before that, I want to introduce you to a brand new event. It is our family favourite. So excited about this. Of course, when we have an event, we always provide some goodies for you as well. So if you're purchasing anything during the live hours between now and Monday at 6 o'clock, you'll automatically be entered into our prize draw. What will you be winning? Well, all of this plus lots more, because every hour a new prize will be added. And in fact, we are launching the One Day special. That means, of course, we're going to have studio-like goodies for you. We're going to be putting into the mix this wonderful selection here. This is worth £25. Yes, this is going into the prize draw right now. We will continue to collect those prizes. Yes, some lucky winner is going to win everything. Now, we've also got some fun and games for you. On the website, we've got a bit of a competition. Would you like a £50 credit to your account? If you're lucky, well, only one can win this. This is great fun, actually. I love this. I will need to look at this myself. Now, what you have to do is look at the baby photos and guess who each one belongs to. I believe there's a drop-down list and you can choose, but you only get one chance at this. Do have a look at that. Some of them you may recognise straight away. This is so much fun. I'm so glad my photo's not on there. There's one or two I'm spotting straight away, actually. Yeah, this is fun. If you guess them all correctly, yeah, you could be that lucky winner. £50 credited to your account. Oh, it's also a great way of having a look back at some of the very funny photos. Some of our guests here as well. Oh, loving this. This is the first time I've actually seen these. Oh, yeah, I can spot some of these straight away without even looking at the names. Number 20 looks a bit like me when I was a baby. It's not me, though. It's not me. I'm not on the list. Right, of course, it is the One Day special. That means we do have a very special guest with us. She is a family favourite, of course. It's our very own Lou with us.
Hello.
Hello.
Family
Isn't this exciting?
Yes, I was just looking at those baby pictures. That big pram there. Whoa, that was a shocker. That Silver Cross one, wasn't it? I loved them. You could get about 9 babies and all. You're shopping in them, couldn't you?
You could.
Everybody really you could get the old block. Get your kids out. Get them in here.
They were built to last, weren't they? Yeah. They certainly were. Well, you know, no prams, no babies in this show. It's all about studio life. We're going journaling. We've got planners for you. We're going to build those planners. We've got all the ingredients for you to create your own. Lou, I know you're excited about this. Yeah. You said to me before the show, this is a really, really good selection of goodies.
I love my planners, and what I love is space to write, and this gives me space to write because it's square, and everywhere else is like taller, and I just thought, oh, square, right, you've hit the nail on the head. And I have been using it, seriously been using it for drawing and painting and stuff, but I've had so much fun putting the pages together.
Oh, well, lots of hints and tips to follow. Now, we have got a choice here. When you look at the cover itself, you've got the choice of the blue or the pink. Everything else you will get in this collection. Everything else that you see here, you are going to get. So that's the only choice you need to make, the blue or the pink. Now, we've got a great price on this for you as well. We're going to go through everything. We're going to break it down a little bit as well so you can really appreciate the savings you've got. So let's start right at the beginning. Where should we start? Should we start with the papers then? Let's start with these. Now, you have got a selection of beautiful 12 by 12s. They are double-sided as well. Let me just turn these the right way up. There we are. Do you know, I must be the queen at that, getting things upside down. Now, let's have a look at these. I'll just flip over so you can see they are double-sided. Now, at the bottom of the screen, you can see another item number. If you want to go for these individually, you will get 2 lots. In the One Day special, it's 1 of each, but they are double-sided, as I say. So bottom of the screen, if you want to go for these as an individual, but this is well worth becoming a Freedom member for as well, because we do have a why not deal for you when it comes to this collection. These are absolutely beautiful, Lou.
Oh, I love these. I love these because they're double-sided, but I was looking at some of the samples that the DT have done, Rachel and Liz, and I know Karen's done some as well, and the German ladies and Dutch ladies, and I didn't realise that you can cut, the die cuts fit some of the elements on this, so I was like, where have they got that from, where they got that? And it wasn't until it dawned on me that it actually all die cuts from these papers as well, so on the back of some of them, The left sort of just for you to make pages out, but
Brilliant.
the rest, yeah.
Well, we will, of course, be seeing those die cuts
Yep.
in a little while. These are just the papers for now. I'm not even sure if I've been through every one of those, but you're getting them all anyway. Lovely collection. As I say, that's just the start of the one-day special. The big collection itself, individually, we're already very busy on those. Now, let's have a look a little bit more because, of course, we're breaking this down further. So we are going to go to the dies next, I believe. Now, bottom of the screen are the details for one individual set. So £17.49. In the collection, you're getting all of these that you can see in front of me here. I love these, Lou, because there's something for everybody again.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends what mood you're in, what sort of journal or planner you're building together. You've got the distressed edges, the torn edges, you've got the clean edges, you've got the tabs.
Yep.
You've got everything you need.
Yep, you've got the reinforcing bar, and each one comes with the floating spine so that you can put the, wherever you want, whatever size paper you want, you can put the right holes in it. But the little tabs are great because they all mix and match. But yeah, I love these. I've put the waist as well on these to show you that even the waist is stunning. So you've got so many variations with it, it's untrue. And the little reinforcers, everything.
I love this collection already.
Yeah,
We've
I
not
do.
even got to the end of
I
it
really
yet.
do like this.
Look at those edges there. This is my favourite set, I've got to say.
I love the splodges. Look at the reinforcers, you know.
They're
the
brilliant,
splodges.
aren't they? I've never seen anything like that before. So all 4 sets are part of this collection here, individually at the bottom of the screen, but yeah, all 4 of them are yours in the big collection. We've got more, of course. In fact, shall I just bring in these as well?
Yeah,
Because
these are
we
great.
have got... these are more dies, aren't they?
Yeah.
Let me just show you these so we can really appreciate what we're getting for our money here. I'm just going to go through each and every one. Now, these are some of the dies then, Lou, that you were mentioning already, that you can cut out from the papers as well.
Yep, you can. And I've put the waist on there just to show you how useful that is as well. And some of them have stamps that correspond with them. So, like the top one there, it's got the planner.
That's genius. I love that.
And the little arrows as well. I was like, what? And then when I seen what the girls can do with them, I was like, right, I love this.
Perfect.
Yep.
Absolutely amazing. But we don't stop there. We haven't finished yet because we've also got the stamps for you as well. So let's take a look at these. Of course, when it comes to planners, we need things like we can remember those memories in there as well.
Yep.
Now, these do come in pairs individually, I believe, but they're all yours in the big collection. There we are, bottom of the screen again for the individuals. These are nice, Lou. I can see you've got quite a lot of area for ink in there, so you've got almost that solid with the detail coming through.
And doodling and everything on it, because, you know, you can make it your own, make it a birthday card. You know, don't just think about journals. All these great edges are great for cards as well. You know, a simple happy birthday or, you know, birthday memories, birthday weekend.
Yeah, and sometimes we want on a card a focal point being a word. Some memories would work well on a card as well, wouldn't it? Love it. So you've got, of course, all those individuals there. Now, any savings that are on the individuals would be carried over to the big collection. Already, we've totted it up. There's £49 worth of savings. Wow. On top of that £48.13, that is almost £100. So savings from the individuals carry over to the big collection, then we give you that saving on top. It is a why not deal as well. And we've got Flexi. We can split that 3 ways for you. 3 payments of £36.41. Item number is 817616. Just a quick reminder again, all you need to choose is the colour of the cover, the blue or the pink. Everything else is in that collection. Over to the website, that's where we're going to see everything. Individuals are there. We've got the full collection, of course. We've got lots of savings that you can view there as well, so you can do the maths for yourself. You know, it really is a comprehensive bundle, this one. Absolutely amazing. You can go for extra pages as well if you want to. We've got some pick and mixes for you. Look at this, the studs there as well, choosing any 2.
Oh, that's good.
This is nice. Yeah, this
These
is
are
nice.
Great.
Saving on those as well. So
Make
you've
your
got
own
the black,
books
the
with
old
these.
gold, the silver or the rose gold. Love it. Everything's been thought about, Lou, hasn't it?
Yeah, and if you want to make other sketchbooks or other journals, the studs are great to make your own.
Yeah.
You just make the front and the back cover, and then these attach all the pages together.
Perfect. And And we're not just talking journals and planners.
No.
Of course, you can use everything for, of course, your card making as well, or other projects that you've got, your scrapbooking even. They're all going to come in very, very useful indeed. Now, don't forget, if you are buying this hour, during the live hour, you will automatically be entered into that big prize draw. Yes, you could be that lucky winner, and do check out on the website for that competition as well. But without further ado, I think we're going to get over to our Lou and we'll see the start of the first demonstration. So where are we starting, Lou?
Well, I just wanted to give you a bit heads up about the size of this. Is just perfect for me because it's square. I absolutely love it. I love the fact that I do use it, and I am using it, and I'm using it more or less every day when I'm doing my doodles and my moodles. So it's such a nice, enjoyable size because you can just sit, and it's, I don't know, it's something quite intimidating sometimes about A4, but this size it's not so intimidating.
Yeah.
You feel like you can get
I know
it
what
done.
you mean by that.
So I do use mine and I love it. So I haven't done the front yet because I am going to do it. I'll be honest with you, I like it sometimes when this is not my pink, but it's a base for me to start on. And I think that's sometimes something to think about.
That is a good point, actually.
yeah.
If you're going to change it up.
Yeah, it is. It really is. So what I did was I went bananas and just cut the lot out. And I just wanted to show you that I've got some really basic cardstock that I had lying around. And I thought I'm going to go with the papers in the pack because I adore these papers. I just think they'll go with everything and anybody. And plus, I love the fact that we've got blue and brown. That seems to be my colours. I don't know why, but it just is at the moment. So I'm looking at this and thinking I want it all to match. So there's no point in me doing one thing at once because it doesn't work with me. So I die cut everything. So the first thing I want to show you is the memories one is a really cool one because it sits like that. So you've got the back of it and you've also got the front, and you have got the little dot for the eye. And then what you can do is run all the others. Now I've left this on here just to show you how easy. Now if you're a bit unsure about the sizes of your paper, don't worry because they cut it perfectly, and then the floating, well, I had it here somewhere, floating die, there it is, the hinge. Basically what I've been doing is I've been sitting it in one corner and just die cutting the other and then just chopping that off. You can do it before or after, you can cut it to size. But I just wanted to show you that those can all be stitched.
Oh, lovely. I'm just going to mention actually, Lou,
Yeah.
about the dispatch date from the 6th of July, just to make everybody aware of that. And also to let you know that with the one day special, currently in the lead, do you know, I didn't know which way this was going to go, but it's the blue that's in the lead at the moment. Yeah, approaching 20% of the stock has gone. That is the only choice you need to make, the blue or the pink. Lou made such a good point there. Think about if you want to change it up. If you want to leave it exactly as it is, then it's your favourite colour. If you're going to change it up, think about how you're going to work with that, and that will help you with your decision. Right, back to you, Lou.
No problem. I got some old papers as well because I thought, well, I've got these papers from previous collections and they work perfectly with them. And we was talking before the show about how you like this torn-edged one. And I'm just so happy that I can put these edges and these put holes wherever I want on these pages.
Yeah.
So, you know, I've already got my index sort of sorted. I sort of put all one sort with the deckled edge, the other one with the ripped, and then I have them catalogued. And then I've got old paper, the blue fits, that, old pages that I've done on here that actually fit. But then I thought, what about some faux leather? And this is to me is what I need in my journal. So I made a blue with a brown and a brown with blue. I just changed it over.
They look really effective.
And all I did, it does work honestly, is I've just run the edges as long as you want them, and I'll show you how to do that. And this is just tabbed that way. Now what you can do is if you don't want fabric or anything, you can put a little piece of card behind that. But then what I would do is have all those and then decide, like memories,
Yeah.
I would put memories here so that it would be a tab. Now I would make sure that the sort of sides are where I want them, because you can make these index cards as long as you want and then make these as small, so you don't have to have it. These are A5 size. You can have your spine and your holes wherever you want it, so you can pull it forward and back. So I just wanted to show you, but I quite like that because I think sometimes I like to attach little flaps to cards. So I did all of them just to show you what they look like. And it's important because it's a bit difficult to sort of see them the way on paper. it looks easier to understand.
No, if I may, just jump in just for
Yeah,
a
sure.
second as well. Individually, the edge dies are proving very, very popular. I mean, it's busy across the board, but I just want to make you aware that if you are going for these individually, let's just go through these as well. I don't know if this stock's going to last, actually. Now, the price for one is what you're seeing at the side of the screen. So it's one item number, you are choosing your option. You've still got that £5.50 saving. Those savings will carry over onto the big collection. So you've got that four times. So that would be £22, wouldn't it? £22 just there. But yes, everybody has a budget. If you want one particular set, you want to go for these, £17.49 individually, 125100 is your item number. Choose wisely, make sure you choose the right one for you. But if you do want them all, just go for that one-day special. Split it three ways. We've got a three-way flexi for you. Sorry, Lou, back to you.
Well, I've got some more room now. I just wanted to show you the edges look brilliant and what papers you've done. These are old papers that I've made, and I've put like a broad rayon glaze, so you can make them any style you want. And again, it works really nice with vellums. And I tend to sort of just die cut everything, and then I sort of think about what I want to do. I just get the paper out I want, but again, the die cut edges are superb because you get the inner of that one as well, which is beautiful. So you get a lot more than you actually realise. And again, this squared paper make excellent fold backs on your card, so that if you wanted to put little tabs in and that's what I'm going to show you. So those are what they look like. I mean, I can't stress how good they are, because as the time go on and we're working with them, you'll get to see. But the papers, going back to the papers I was talking about, in some of the papers you get these little pictures, right?
Are these the ones that you were cutting and then realised the die's fitted?
Yeah. And on the paper you get a big pad of them like this. And you're like, oh, that looks interesting. And I was like, oh, that looks like that. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, you're joking me. And I didn't realise that it's actually for you to die cut. So be aware of that. Don't do what I did. But it's actually all the little dies you get in the collection. There's something to die cut everything out. So I was just, right, OK. This is a double whammy now. I already liked it, but I liked it even more knowing I could do this. So that's what I just wanted to show you, that you can just, it's really, really easy to do. You can just put it up to the light, or you can just put it on. I mean, I tend to work mine like that. And then you put it under any die cutting machine you want, and then just run it through. Okay. So I've got some already done, and I wanted to show you what you can do with the pages then. So the first thing, just to get started, because I'm all over the place. Right, I have got half of my page, which is, I've sort of cut it down to fit my full page. So this is how I did it. There's probably a better way, but this is how I did it. So I just did that. And because I always get a bit wrong, I always thought, right, we'll just leave a little bit, just a little bit. And then just that way,
safe.
Yeah, that way.
Trim it down a bit.
Yeah, so I thought, right, OK, I am not wasting that. No way. No way. I'm not cutting it off. No chance. Because if I cut that off and I want something else and it's not big enough, I won't waste it. So what I thought was, right, OK, I'm happy with that side. But what I'm going to do is, this is where this becomes really, really handy, because I'll show it you on that. I can now put that wherever I want. So now if I put that there, it's a bit difficult to see at the moment, but I'll die cut it. And just make sure, my one piece of advice is, I would put that edge, that bottom edge, flush, and then I know I'm going to cut, because sometimes you have to be sure. It's easier if you know that one side is straight, like a right angle, and then just cut that, and make sure that this bit is just glued down. And then when it comes to it, I can just chop that down. So I'm going to use my machine. Like I say, you can do the same with them, but I've already done them. And they're great because if you don't have, if you don't want to die cut, you don't have to. You can do what I did and cut them out. So I'll show you what I do on there. I'm just going to put that the other way. I work this way, which is strange for some people, I know. People say, why do you work it like that? It's because of this magnetic sheet. I can work it. I've
got a question, Lou, actually.
Yeah?
Do we need anything bigger than an A5 die cutting machine? Because I know you can extend on the pages, but if that's all we've got, can we still go with these dies?
Oh, yeah, of course, because, let me show you, A5 that way. So you put them that way and they fit that
right,
way.
okay,
So
yep.
the A5 sheet will go in, it'll go in that way.
Perfect.
Because that is to fit an A5.
Yeah,
So any A5, but the thing is, it's A4 that length.
yeah.
So if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense.
So just there, I'm just going to put that there. I'm going to put it through. Now, you have your own die cutting machine. And the nice thing about this is, if you make a big mistake, it doesn't matter because the paper hides it. That's what I like about it. And the fact...
Yeah, and you can always cut it down into something smaller if you're not happy. You've
Absolutely.
got plenty of dies there, especially if you're going for the big collection.
And I don't worry about the edges too much because I can always trim them down. So now what I've got is this lovely edge, and then I've got this piece here. So just to explain what I mean, I'm not going to rip it off yet. You see, I always prefer to have my magnetic sheet down, and then it works better for me. But I've got this edge now, and it'll run along there. That I know I can chop it down, so I can put that in my machine, and then I know I'm going to have a great straight edge. So what I can do then, I'm not going to do it now because it'll get a bit boring watching me do that. All I need to do is I can have that as long as I want.
Yeah.
Any width, any length. And all I need to do is make sure that that edge is hanging over there. So when I chop it, I know that if I put that in a guillotine, all that'll come off.
Yeah.
And then it's perfect. I've done it before and I've tried to fit it all in and it went a bit Pete-tong.
Okay.
So now I'm looking at this and I want it to sort of fit in. Now there's nothing to stop you just cutting round this and doing it. But I quite like it like this. So what I'm going to do is just bend that over, and I've got a really good bone folding tool from the Cool Cat Girls. Yeah. And I'm just going to start from the middle and fold out.
Okay.
And you can have it either way. So then I always like to fold both ways. Then that way I know I've got a nice crease and it won't, because sometimes it'll just keep opening up. So I'm just going to do that. So that means now that my paper fits in, but I've got a pocket.
Yeah, so you could either leave that just as a flap or stick the edges down to make a proper pocket then.
So you can make them as long as you want and you can do whatever you want that way. And I quite like that because some of the stuff that you get like these, you get these on a page as well. And you've got all sorts. I like you more than I originally planned. So funny that. Program of music. You see, and I've got some music paper and, you know, I've left these as they are, but you can chop them down. And there's dies in the other collections we've got. So I quite like this. I like that one. I'm going to use that one. So then I'm going to put like a little bits of the collection in. So what else have we got? Oh, it's great, this. I love it. But don't forget, initially, I'm using these colours with it as well. So you can see it all works.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah. So
lots of you may already have the faux leather as well, because that's been on here a number of times.
Absolutely. We've got the bingo card. Now that comes in with the paper as well. We've got these little pockets here. Now I'm going to choose plainer papers because the papers are so strong. Okay. And if I want to, you know, I could do sort of a plainer paper on the back, turn it over, then I could actually carry that off with some of these.
Instantly, that's great for journaling on as well, isn't it? Perfect.
And the die cut, like I say, is great because this makes a fantastic little pocket. And I've cut it out of quite thick cardstock, and it's still, it doesn't cut through, and, you know, even thinner, it doesn't cut through. So it really creates a good fold and a good crease. Now, you can either have the little flap on the inside or you can have it folding out.
How sweet is that?
So you can have it around.
Yeah.
And have a mitre corner there. But I think I prefer it this way.
Yeah, so you're hiding the spine, so to speak.
And again, it's really important that if you want these pages to be nice and precise, take your time and fold it, because that'll be the difference between it sort of sticking up or looking quite, you know. So I've got this, I've got these papers here that have the tickets. Now this is another sheet of paper. Don't forget, this is all in. You get this, you don't choose it. And then these have all these little tickets on.
And these papers are uncoated, aren't they, Lou? So
Yeah,
you can add your inks,
absolutely.
you can stamp on them, emboss on them, do whatever you wish.
They all come like that. And don't forget, these, keep these. These are the print signatures
They're
on your
useful,
papers,
aren't they?
and you can match up your colours. And then I'll just show you these work as well. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to sort of think, right, okay, I've got a page, it's now time to jazz it up. And I really like the idea of having it like this, a little pocket with the dark brown, a little bit of the bingo on it. I want something behind that, or I want it darker. I've got my splodges that go on my hinges.
I love these splodges.
Or I've got bright, you see, the bright red ones, they look cool.
They're like poppers, aren't they, press studs?
Yes, exactly. They're great in mirror board. Then you've got your little tag flowers, but these also look great as well. These look brilliant.
They're nice with the rounded ends.
And these go with the tan as well. So that's what I mean about it's so easy. And you don't have to have them all the same colour. You could have like a square, a flag, because they all fit.
Yeah.
So you can do...
There's no rules, is there?
No, none at all. None at all. The only thing that stops you is your imagination. Now, it's got a brilliant set of... I never knew I would be, and I never ever thought, and I'm being serious now, never thought I would be absolutely going off my head about plan stuff. If you'd have said that to me, I'd have gone, yeah, whatever. And I can't tell you how much this has changed my opinion of it, because it's just so easy to use, so nice. And there's no, like you say, there's no rules.
You make it your own, Lou, don't
Absolutely.
you? That's the thing, you tailor it to your own taste. You
Absolutely.
make it personally to you.
I'm going to just use this. So I've got my stamping platform. And I was going to just do it hit and miss, but I know I'll do it properly. And I like this one because what we've got is a really nice stitching line. Okay. Now, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just a case of wibbly wobbly to make it look like that's how you've actually stuck it down or whatever. So I've got some, I'm going to use this ground espresso. And the nice thing is, I just put it on there as straight or as wobbly as I want it. And then just move my paper in a minute.
And you can elongate that as long as you want to,
yeah,
presume.
Of course you can. And then just knock that up a bit there. That's it. And then, perfect.
Oh, I like that.
And then this way, if I want to do it again, these are the little touches on these that really make the difference. Like there now, I can keep that on there, and I'm just going to match that up. There we go. You don't even know when it was.
You could leave a little gap in between and do sort of draw on with a fine line. Some loose ends,
that'd be good.
Like your threads.
Oh yeah, that'd be good, wouldn't it? That'd be really nice, that. So now we've got that. This is so handy, this little stitching one. We can actually go around all of them, or we can get something like our, just a simple... This is as easy or as hard as you want to make this, really. I don't think you can say, oh, this is just for experienced ones or new ones. This is for everybody. Anybody who likes to create memories, anything, scrapbooks, planners, junk journals.
Yeah.
This is perfect because you add to it. Brilliant. You know. So starting to put this together, and you start to think, well, I want a bit more around that. And this is where I get so excited about this now. I've got another one here. I'm going to put 2 on, and I'm going to get my bingo boards out and my bingo cards and all these little, and how much would it cost you for all these?
An awful lot. In fact, we've been very busy on the dies, individually and across the board with the one-day special as well. Can I just give a bit of an update, actually?
Oh, yeah, please do.
Yeah. Individually, this is how busy we've been. The rips and the tears, which is actually my personal favourite as well, that one is now limited stock. On its own, not the one-day special. We're still safe with that at the moment, although it is very busy. But individually, limited stock on the rips and tears. Don't forget, you've got 1 item number, but 4 different choices individually. All those savings of £5.50, if you're going for the big collection, they will carry over. So straight away there, you've got £22 saving. We've got more, though. Just while we're here, we're just going to give you a recap, actually, on the papers.
Oh, yeah. Because they're the ones I'm using now, aren't they?
Yeah, if you go for these individually, you actually get 2 of each. These are double-sided. You're getting 8 designs, 2 of each there. You are getting 1 set of these in the one day special in the collection. So just a reminder again of 1 or 2 of these, just so I can flick through these if you want to look at them. £11.99 is the price if you're going for these individually. That's for a set of 2. You've got a £3 saving. That £3 saving again is carried over. You've got lots of elements here that you can also die cut. So when you're going for the dies, especially with the big collection where you're getting everything, then of course you are going to find dies that will cut out many of these individual elements as well. I love that piece. I think that's absolutely gorgeous. They're all beautiful. They really are. Lots of opportunity to bring other colours in as well. Yeah, the details there for the big colour complete is at the bottom of the screen as well. We're just going to continue breaking this down a little bit as well, because also we've got the stamps for you. So individually, again, these come in pairs. So the numbers and the borders as an individual, £9.98, £3 saving there, again, carried over to the big collection, 238773. And we've got another couple to show you as well. So let's have a look at the next 2. This is where you'll find those words, really useful as well. £9.98 again, £3 saving, again, carried over to the big collection. You can see a pattern, can't you? Yeah, you don't ever lose those savings. And then coming up next, we've got another pair for you. Now, these again are dies with stamps. So this is where you can see that little calendar in there. You can see some of the words, the arrows. These are fantastic. I did show you the boards earlier on. As the pair, £17.48 with a £5.50 saving. Yes, you've got it. It's carried over to that big collection. 966, 866 if you want to go for the individual. Now we've got another selection, another pair for you again here. And on the boards, Lou had showed us how to use the dropout pieces as well. So nothing wasted. Again, stamps included in this one. 17.48 again, another £5.50 saving. Now the covers are also available on their own. You've got a choice of the pink or the blue. Remember here, if you want to go for your favourite colour, that's great. If you think you're going to upcycle in a sense, or if you're just going to expand on what you've got, think about the base colour and how you're going to work with it. That will maybe help you choose as well. You do get your pages included. There's actually 30 sheets. Now there's 3 different colours here. There's black, there's white, and there's your craft pages as well. You're getting 10 of each. That's your 30 pages. They've already got the little holes in ready for you as well. That on its own is just amazing value, isn't it? 26.48 and 8.50 saving, again carried over. 466578 is the item number if you're going for those individually. Now, if you've been totting that up, you will have found we've already created £49 worth of savings. As a non-Freedom member, we're going to give you another £36 saving on top. If you are a Freedom member, or if you join tonight, this gets even better. Look at this, an extra £48.13. It is a why not deal. On top of that £49 you've already saved, it's not far off, £100 saving. Ridiculous. If you were to break that down into individual elements, it's next to nothing you're paying for each of those elements. 817616 is the item number. There you go. Yeah, do join the Freedom Club if you're not a member already, because you will still make extra savings even once you've paid for that monthly fee. Now let's show you something else as well, the extra pages. Maybe you're going for the covers, maybe you're going for the collection. If you want to go for the extra pages, you certainly can do. You're getting another 30. You've got those 3 colours again. Only £9.99. That's the price here for all 30 sheets. 722662 is the item number. As I say, and you can see it there on the screen, you already have those holes in there for you, so you don't even have to worry about putting those in with a die or anything. Great value. I can't believe the value of this show, actually. We've got so many goodies, so many savings. You know, you do the maths, as I say, just tot it all up for yourself and you can see those savings. Back to Lou next, though. We want to see what she's been up to while we've been away.
Oh, well, not a lot. No, I have. What I decided to do was I got 2 of the the little clips and I put them together. So any of these, you can make the little, just glue them together and you could just have them as little tabs and stuff. So I did that with the 2 there. So what I've done is I've just glued that on there, you can see. Just there, and then I've put some reinforcers on, and I've made sure that the colours are all sort of similar, matching. And then I've got this, which is great because it's sort of so useful, and then you can make it really adapt to what you're doing. So it could be for not credit cards, cash cards that you're giving presents. It could be for photographs. There's a whole different sort of thing that you can do with it. It's like little advertisements.
Yeah, little tickets and things.
Absolutely, just loads of it. And you don't have to just do it behind the back. You can sort of stitch it in, and just so many different ways.
You've got the stitch and stamp, haven't you, that we've seen as well?
Absolutely. And then what I've done is I was thinking, I really like this. Just be mindful though when you're doing it that will be there. It will all be cut there. So you're going to need to keep this away. You need to keep stuff away until you put the holes in, and then you're happy. So I'm just going to get the tab. Now the tab is like a ticket, and it's die cut. It's one of the sheets, and all I'm going to do is just going to get this, and I'm going to get a stamp.
Okay.
I'm using the same colour, and I'm using the word love, and it's on a jaunty angle. So if you do go a bit skew with, it really doesn't matter, because that's what the stamps look like. So we've got the love, and then we've got these nice little tickets. Now these could either have the dark brown, or I think I'll go with this cream one. Now I found that if you get these bits here, these are perfect.
Oh, you've got an actual little cutout there.
Yeah.
Oh wow, look at those.
So these are perfect. So what I did do was I've got a little bit of sponge glue on, because I was sick of getting bunged up. But what I thought was, if you just stick that down one end and then stick it another, you can actually, stick things under it as well. So don't waste that.
That's a good idea.
They're really clever little. I don't think they were meant to do that, but I think that's what happens when we get stuff. We think, oh, we can do that. We can do that with it. You get 3 as well, so just need a bit more glue.
I didn't realise they actually cut out. I thought it just made a cut through the actual card without taking the slice out of it.
Well, that's what I found about Studio Light, right? I found that the things that you think, oh, they've stuck them on, no, they're actually, the holes that they make on it, they're not straight. The holes that they make are made actually so that you can go through and stitch through. So all these things you can actually use, like even those round the reinforcers there, you can stitch because they're actually holes.
Oh, wow.
So I've put like the little strips there. So if you wanted to, you could put your little card, through that one.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I like that.
So, but I think the thing is, you just get your theme in your head and think, right, well, what am I going to do? What ideas have I got? And I've got that many. I mean, I've printed them all off. I did designs, but the one thing I did want to do is keep to this beautiful brown and blue colour. I just think it's stunning. And then go back to good old distressing. But I do really, really love these. I mean, these look so cool. I need to die cut that, but I'll do it in a minute. But if you think that when we put these on, or even the splodges...
They'd be great if you're doing a sewing journal.
Oh yeah, perfect. So I've got that there, I've got that there, I've got the love ticket. And it's just you doing now what you want to do. Do you want to add the little pocket here? I quite like this little pocket. You're better off, in my opinion, if you're not on telly, then it doesn't matter. But if you're on telly, don't use a thick card like I have, because what happens is it takes ages to glue. So use your head, but at home, it doesn't matter whether it's thick card or thin card, as long as it goes through your die cutting machine, it'll die cut it. And I quite like how neat these are. There's no bits hanging over or...
Yeah, they're really sweet, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. And they're really, really strong, and they go with everything you've got and you've had before. So they all work together. I really like that about Studio Light, the fact that it all works. Every part of it works. There's nothing that you can't put with something else.
No, that's true.
I'm going to just fold this over because I want a little bit of strength in there. And they do open. And I just want to be able to see that there. And I want to be able to write on it. And, I could put my bingo there, but I think I quite like the idea of just little bits and bobs now, finish it off. If I look at some of the things and put some words on, I don't want too much on it. Do you know what I mean? You look at it and you think...
You've got quite a neutral palette of the cardstock, haven't you? You've got a little bit of blue in there, almost a duck egg blue and a little bit of pink. So you can keep it very subtle. You can sort of go quite bright with it because you can add the pinks and blues in there. You know, you've got choices with the papers. That's why it's nice to have those quite neutral, muted colours.
I do agree with you there, because when we did before, you know, you put the red on that and it just pops.
Yeah.
And it looks stunning. So I'm going to actually use the red from the other one. So I just put this on it, because then it's got love, this. And I'm just going to use the paper bits.
Oh, nice.
So we can add, you know, something like this red, because they do say you need 60, 30, 10, and they're the ratios of colours to make things pop. So if we look at, and this is from one of the other packs that we've had from Studio, like this is the Love one, and it's a glitter card, non-shedding, but it just all works together. So you can see that pop of red, just like, wow.
Yeah, it really
And
works
you
well.
wouldn't- Sometimes you wouldn't even think about using that. I'm just going to make something of this now. So I'm going to
Okay.
go back with my, don't have to do it like that. You can put it on your stamp, or you can just use your fingers. So let's go for the espresso, because that's what I've been using. So, and I like the fact that the more, I hope I've not said that too many times. I watch myself one night. I don't watch myself ever. Oh, no way. And I looked, and I must have said the same thing about 10 times, and I thought,
I
do you
think
know
we're
what?
all
I'd have been
guilty of
throwing
that from time to time.
I'd have been throwing oh, look at that, a shoe at the telly. Oh, I like that, actually.
See, that's exactly where you could put those loose threads.
Absolutely. Absolutely, you could, couldn't you?
Yeah.
And you could actually stitch that and make it really... I like the idea of having something that works all the way through it, and you don't worry about it
Yeah, 'cause
getting
you're
it
tying
wrong.
it all together, aren't you?
Yeah, you don't worry about whether it's a bit wobbly, or... Especially if you put it on and off the paper, it's almost like... You remember when you used to see, you'll know on yours, like a patch pocket on a pair of dungarees, and have like two stitches there and two stitches
Yeah,
there, like
yeah.
comically. It's probably the same with this. But again, it's up to you. I like the idea of on and off. I think that looks quite nice. And then if you wanted to, you could put a bright red ink pad on that. You could, anything on there. I'm just looking, because in the die cut of this one, let me bring it in for you, you get all these hearts, and you get all the waste, which is incredible to call it waste. But then you get this, and I'm just thinking, this now
This is really pretty.
would go perfectly along here. So we could have
That's very delicate, but very, very pretty.
You see, I love that. So again, it's entirely up to you.
Yeah, and then you've got all those drop-out pieces as well that you can use separately.
Oh, the little hearts are brilliant,
Yeah.
because they are fine. And you even get the circles that go back in there. So you get that heart, and there's another heart. Let me show you the other heart. There's another heart in it. And you get a smaller heart, and you're like, wow, where did that come from? Oh, it's one of the other hearts on it. I'll show it in a minute. But you can see I've got that little bit there. We could add a little bit. That's too much. No, quite like that. And then this would be the starting point, if I show you what I mean, and it makes sense now. Put a little bit more. I wouldn't waste it. I would not waste it. I found that it's easier for me to put glue on a sponge now instead of trying to mess about.
And you could paper piece some of the hearts back in, maybe alternate them. So you've got an open one, a solid one. You've got lots of choices.
You really could. I'm just trying to think now. There's something else there's a little small line that worked perfectly with this. But I've just got a little bit of washi tape, and this will create...
Oh, nice.
You know, all your washi tapes, don't forget, it's get everything out. And if you just want to sort of stick that down without it being, how can I put it, permanent, just have it like that. You can move it about. You can do anything. Now, that's quite strong. So I've got that, and I'm thinking, yeah, but what am I going to do with it? Well, that'd be my start. And then what I would do is I'd have that on it. So then this would be, I put on here, memories. So that I opened it up and it looked like that.
Yeah.
And, and that's what I like about the idea. Now, if I wanted to, and I had A5 paper. This is a little trick, right? I've got A5 paper. I want it to go square. How do I do it? So easy. All you do, so can you see the difference?
Yeah.
All you do, I do it this way. You get a piece of card that's double the size. Do it. That's a little bit thick, so I'll get another piece. I'll use this so you can see. So I want my paper to fit in there, but it's only A5. So I need my paper. Let me get it to that. I need my paper to go there. Okay. So all I do is look at that, fold it over. Okay.
Yeah.
That's all you do. You don't need to mess about. You can, if you wanted to, you can make it all neat and tidy. What you can do is die cut all that. And all I'm going to do is just...
Oh, you're going to attach underneath there.
Yeah, you just glue one side and then the floating spine gets put there. So that will either, you can do it two ways. Let me just show you this way. If I chop that down,
yeah,
it fits inside like a little envelope, and then you've got pages. Or if I just glue it like that, I'm going to get that.
Perfect.
So you can, don't worry, and I can make that as long as I want, because it's up to you where you put your spine.
It's a good way if you've already created your pages and you're not quite sure what to do with them. And you think, oh, that would look really nice in my planner, but it's not big enough.
Well,
then there's always ways and means.
Look at that now. I mean, I love that paper, but it'd be lost. You can still do it in your A5 journal, but if you're to put it anywhere there, you could still put on there, but you put that on there now.
Yeah.
You could add another piece of paper over the top and just do your journal in there and pictures here.
Yeah, like that
so
idea.
there's ways of doing it, you know, and I've seen people who just do that all the time. I'll just show you what I mean. They do this and they do a concertina. In one of the shows I'm going to show you how to do a proper book like this. And they do that, and then each page is attached between two. Yeah. And it's like a flag
Yeah,
book.
of course.
There's a lady called Hedy Kyle, and she created flat books in the 70s, and she's inspirational,
Oh, wow.
Inspirational, and if you want to know, but she's brilliant, and she tells you how to extend all your journals.
Oh, I'll have to look for it myself.
You wouldn't have thought she'd have
I
done it.
know. Who would have thought it?
Yeah.
Oh, do you mind if we have a bit of a recap, Lou? Is that okay?
Please, I'll have that time.
I haven't shown you any samples. We've got one or two samples at the back here as well, which I want to show you as well.
Yeah,
they are beautiful. Shall we show you these now, actually? So lots of different ideas. So you can go from very small, those beautiful torn edges there. You've got all those different dies, of course, in the complete collection. The papers, they've all been used here. Yeah, keeping it quite, it's almost a passport size, that one, isn't it? Really, really nice. And then, of course, you can go bigger, and it's not just about the journals. It's not just about the planners. You can work with your cards as well. The stamp there you can see with the numbers on, that works perfectly. The words have been used as well. Invitations, birthday party. This is nice. This is so pretty. Actually, that would look lovely in the pink cover if you're not, in fact, the blue or the pink, if you're not going to change it as well. Love the fact that we've got dies and stamps that correspond together as well. You can see that sort of calendar page there. This is a lovely one. We can see the typewriter actually that Lou's used there. We've got the memories as the turnover part there. Yeah, the hearts. Lovely. Absolutely gorgeous. Use your hardboard as well. Use your construction card. If you've got the folder, great. If you haven't, if you're going for individuals, then you've got those choices again here. Don't forget about those extra pages as well, regardless of what you're going for. You might want to add those into your basket. It just goes on and on and on and on. Memories. We've talked about memories, haven't we? Here we are. Here's a lovely little book with the memories on the front there. Yeah, you can use that die in different ways again. This is lovely, actually. Using some of the smaller dies, you've still got the pockets, you've still got the detail on the pages. They look absolutely beautiful. Those papers are wonderful. They really are.
You don't have to have it A5.
No, of course not.
I love the fact that they've shown that.
Yeah.
Small. I think it worked perfectly.
Oh, they are brilliant. You can go even smaller than that. Look, there's another one here.
Look at that.
Look at this. Oh, let me just open
Liz
this.
is so good at her journals. I'm very lucky to have such talented people.
You see, this is me. I love anything in miniature. And that's just using those papers there.
Now.
Love it. Gorgeous. Well, everything is available in that big collection. All of the savings carried over from individuals will tot up to £49, was it? I think it was. Yeah, £49. We're giving you extra savings on top. Not little ones. Look at this, £48.13 extra if you're a Freedom member. If you're not a Freedom member, it will still save you to join today. We will give you that extra saving. Yeah, we'll split it 3 ways as well. It doesn't get much better than that. 3 payments of £36.41. Item number 817616. Now, we do understand, although you're getting so much for your money there, you know, some of you can't afford that big bundle. Maybe you're looking at certain elements and you're wanting those. I'm just going to go through the dies because we've now, I've got to say, because I know we've gone limited on one of them. We have actually lost some stock here, yeah.
Wow.
So rips and tears and the tags and markers, it's these two. They have now gone individually. I'm not surprised they're the first to go. Hearts and loops and the love and memories is still available as an individual. They're still absolutely beautiful. But if you want them all, that's how you get them. You go to the one day special, you go to the big collection, you are saving £5.50 on each of those sets. So already, just in the dies, that's a £22 saving. Let's get back to Lou there. We want to see more in the way of demonstration. What else can we do with these?
Well, you know, the lettering, you get some great lettering. And I'll be honest with you, if you can, get a glue sheet behind your lettering because you're forever picking bits up thinking it's waste and it's not because they cut out. So, you know, like your D,
Yeah.
make sure, my advice is make sure that you, I'll just show you what I mean. Try and keep it like that, so that it don't drop out. But you've got either or. Now, I quite like the waist because I like the fact that it shows up anywhere you want to put it. So what I did was I've cut a load of these and I've kept some and I've got rid of some. Even the waist for the little, these little things here, these look brilliant. That's the waist from the little eyelets.
Oh, nice.
So, you know, that to me, if I was to
like
just
those.
exactly, if I was to just cut that down, that again would look like another piece of interesting sort of textures and stuff. So I've just cut the today down. Now, if you can, just cut once, don't cut twice, and you'll get a nice clean cut. And then this will then fit in there. So if you wanted to put all your you know, the word on, my advice is try and keep it in as best possible, but put one of them glue sheets on it.
Yeah.
And
good
then
idea.
you can do that. And then I've got all sorts here. But here, what I'm going to do is to show you what Liz did, is the first thing I did was, later on I'm going to show you the next show, is get one of the pages that does these and just chop these up very simply. And then we're going to make a little book with them, the same way that, you know, Liz and Rachel and Karen have. So that's like an ATC size as well.
Yeah, they are.
So I'm going to show ATCs as well as a birthday card. Because I think people, you know, might think it's just the edging of pages. But if you've got a beautiful edge, let me see, like a birthday edge, you know, I think they've done it there. This could be applied to anything with a birthday, and then there's a bobble one. Was it Lizzie who did it? And it's a beautiful one, and that shape, you know, you could cut out a couple of pages, layer it up, and you've got a wonderful sort of edging for your cards. So it doesn't matter, it's not just journals. Trying to find the one.
And again, any offcuts are going to be very, very useful.
Absolutely, absolutely. So again, any bits that you've got, if you get the journal, this is absolutely worth its weight in gold, because see that would, can you imagine me trying to pick all that up? No.
So do you get that inside the journal then?
With the paper pad or the journal, I think you get it in your journal.
Oh,
I think you do. I got mine in my journal.
I know we get the pages.
Unless I got it wrong, but yeah, I did get mine in my journal. I know he said they're not doing paper.
Oh, there's one in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is worth its weight because you've got all these bits. And
you do. We just had it confirmed. You do get that in there. I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, and that's so handy because when you're out and about, this is a perfect size for out and about in your bag. Well, my bag it is. But it's nice to draw in. Paper's great. if you can buy the paper later, but it's the same paper we normally do. But if you think that all the bits like your tickets and everything you can put in there and then add it all together, you're not going to lose it.
Collect things as you go, going on your,
tickets.
you know, or just see phrases. I love words, so if you see phrases, write them down and then use them, transfer them into your journal afterwards.
Last one day special we had a great grungy set, and if people managed to get that, but if you didn't, it doesn't matter. It's just that if you've got like alphabet stencils, it'll work so well with all the lettering we've got, because one of the things that they really do want to do is make sure that this works with everything you've got. So even, you know, this, if we want to make this slightly different, I won't take a minute because I know and I could just now really change this up and make this my own paper by adding more on it. So you've really got to think about, as you said, it's uncoated.
Yeah, so it's going to take all those mediums.
And you can see all the letters coming up now. And when I put white on the top as the last bit, that'll just pop up.
Or you could have used your clear ink and your embossing powders.
Oh, I'll tell you what, gold embossing powders work.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. The gold would work really well with those papers.
There we go.
And in fact, the whole demonstration that you've been doing there, the gold would work beautifully.
So you've got lots of things. And even if we go back to this, just to show you, I'll use this instead. Don't forget, these work great as stencils. So, you know.
Yeah, fantastic stencils, aren't they? Lou, at the beginning of the show, if I'd have said to you which colour do you think is going to be most popular when it comes to the cover, what would you have said?
Blue.
You're right, you're right. The blue, yeah, over 20% of the stock has gone of the blue. It's personal choice. That's the only thing you need to choose, because when you're going for the collection, that is it. You're getting everything else. You're getting the papers, you're getting a set of papers there, double-sided, all 4 die sets. All the stamps, there's 4 stamp sets, then there's 4 sets of dies and stamps together. It's just incredible, the value. It really, really is.
I love the... I love all the things you can do with it. I like the fact that you've got bits and bobs that it's like a little bit of an Aladdin's cave, because I'm stood here and this is exactly how I am at home. It's like, what can I do with this?
Would you believe it? We've got less than a minute left.
Well, just to show you what you were saying about the embossing.
Okay,
You know, I've got a little bit of embossing just on one of those pages, and it just alters it. So if you think that if you just did a little bit of embossed stitching on it, what a difference that would make to your page.
Yeah, it certainly would.
It'd be beautiful.
Oh, do you know, there's so much more you're going to be able to show us, Lou, and you're back at 8 o'clock, of course, with Derek.
Yeah.
Do not miss that. If you're watching the demonstrations, if you want more inspiration, but what I would say is, remember, we've lost 2 of those die sets individually. All of those savings carry over. If you can afford to go for the big collection, you're getting everything you're seeing here. It's just a choice of the covers, of course, the blue or the pink. Thank you, Lou. I don't know where that hour went. It just disappeared so quickly. We've got much more to come. It is the start of our family favourites, remember. So stay with us for the next hour as well. Looking forward to this. We've got Stamp Addicts coming up next.